Welcome back to the Norwegian Krag restoration. This is what I'm going to be doing in the video today. I'm going to be making the rear handguard, a small stud for the rear sight, and the rear handguard retainer. So let's get started. So hopefully you can see what I made here. This is a ring with a bell end on it, and then the flat top is flattened out. So you can see it like that. This is as close as what I can get to the rear handguard retainer. What this does is this goes over the barrel right on there, and this little lip goes into this notch in the receiver, and the flat is on top, and then it holds both legs of the handguard. The handguard's not shaped yet, but you can see both legs that go over on each side of the rear sight base go into the wider part. So one thing is that I can't fit this over the barrel because the front sight post is too tall, but also the rear sight base is too tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, and then hopefully it'll just sit on top there, and that'll be enough. The handguard fit and then the fit in the receiver will be enough to hold it in. But it was quite a lot of trouble making this. You can see I turned it on the lathe. This bell end is kind of roughly turned. There's no dimensions to go off of. And then I tried to flatten the top out with the arbor press. Kind of flatten the whole thing out a little bit, so then I had to make this mandrel with that area right there is the same diameter as the barrel, and then it's a slight taper so I could hammer it down on there and restore the circular shape. So I'll cut this and then I'll test the fit on the receiver. Alright, so it's pretty close. I think a few taps will have it seat right in there. Alright, so I think that's actually pretty good, that it's a certainly not a slip fit. It needs a little bit of persuasion to go in there. I think that's good. That'll hold it in place a little bit better. So here's the portion of the handguard that goes into the handguard retainer. I got that all set, and now what I did is I traced the underside of the handguard where it meets the stock. So I have two lines there to cut to size. So here's the action. Here's the handguard retainer, and here's the fit of the rear handguard. You can see I have to push it on just a little bit. So that's a good tight fit, happy with that. But you saw me do one extra cut, which is cut a flat area around the rear sight base and then quite a bit forward as well. And the rear sight goes like that, but there's a fold forward position for it too, and you can see there's a little tiny notch on the underside of it. So when it's folded forward, I think that's a 400 or 500 meters arrow, I'm not sure which, but there needs to be space for it to fold forward and lay relatively flat. There's also going to be a little metal stud that I need to add in here to the correct height to fit the folded forward rear sight. So you'll see me do that. I need to round over the corners here and make it nice and round, shape it, and I need to fit the sides to the stock and the front handguard. It goes like that, and I just need to trim this back just a little bit and then fit the middle band as well. So let's get going on that. So in order to locate a stud that when the front sight flips forward that supports it, it doesn't just rest on the handguard, it actually rests on a metal stud somewhere in this area. You can take the handguard off, and there is a hint of it on the barrel. There's like a screw head right there. So I'm not going to actually mess with that at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install a stud that just kind of sits in the handguard, but I want it to be in the same spot. So I'm going to measure, okay, 5 and then 20, 30 seconds, 5 and 20, 30 seconds. Just do that on the other side, and then I'll connect the lines. So here's the completed stud, and hopefully you can see how this fits in here. There's the hole in the handguard, and then here is a step on the bottom of it. So the stud fits in like there, like this. It is a relatively tight fit. And it sits flush, so it doesn't interfere with it doesn't touch the barrel. And then it sticks up roughly the correct height. I could always file this down in the future and re-blue the top of it. So it'll go like that. So there's the rear sight on there, and here it is in the back position. And here it is folded forward. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.